Good day to you all. Now, today I've decided I am not going to talk about the leg. I'm a bit tired of my life revolving around the leg, so I'm going to talk about something else. And if you are a woman who is late 40s and beyond, you will be able to relate to this, because this has occurred at the same time as all the other things that I'm battling. I went to my GP this week. I suspected what was going on, and yes, it's been declared that yes, I'm perimenopausal. Now, what does that mean? Menopause starts for women usually in their 50s, and it is when your cycle starts to wind down and the estrogen, progesterone starts to change. Eventually periods stop, and that sort of thing. I haven't read all the ins and outs of the scientific reasons for it, but you stop being able to have babies as you get older. Everybody knows that, but a whole lot of other shit comes with it, quite frankly. Now, I knew that this was the problem because my mum started her menopause symptoms in her early to mid 40s. So for me, at 49, I'm still considered to be young. But they had to change a lot of my drugs after I had the amputation because of the blood thinners I will be on for life. And this unveiled a load of other symptoms. So the main one being the fact that I was having very irregular periods. To start with, they were really heavy, and I ended up in ED because of excessive bleeding. That was because of all the blood thinners they had me on. When they reduced them down just to the minimum that I'm on now, just I'll be on it for life, just as a precaution, then I had the opposite problem. And if you are perimenopause, that is the bit leading up to when they declare menopause is finished, and that is when you've not had a cycle for a year. Now, so far for me, it's 6 months, so it's looking likely. Now, but that's not the issue. The issue for me has been hot flashes and night sweats. They have been horrendous. Now, I can be outside on a cold autumn winter's day, absolutely sweating my ass off, sweat pouring off my face, wearing a t-shirt. Everybody else has got thick jumpers, coats and hats on, and I feel ridiculous. It happens all over the place. There is no pattern to it. I often feel really, really hot at night, and I can never decide whether when I go to sleep I've got to have lots of layers on the bed or not a lot of layers on the bed. And another issue that I'm having is waking up in the night. Now, that's a very common symptom of perimenopause, and prior to all this, I was waking up in the night multiple times, but that was because of the pain. I have no pain now. I'm just randomly waking up. 1 a.m, 3 a.m, 4 a.m, 5 a.m, 7 a.m. Doesn't matter how tired I am, I just wake up anyway. That's a pain in the ass as well. So I went to the doctor to see if he could do anything for me to help me manage the symptoms. And because I'm under 50, even though it's only just, they won't give me HRT. I actually wasn't sure if I wanted HRT anyway. So he then suggested a couple of other things. Some of them were actually quite a surprise to me. The one he's suggesting at the moment is antidepressants. Now, I was like, what has that got to do with it? Apparently, I've looked up on Google Scholar. Certain types of antidepressants are serotonin inhibitors, which help to reduce the symptoms of hot flashes. Interestingly, also, some nerve pain meds like gabapentin also do that, which I thought was quite curious. So that is what I'm currently trying to figure my way through at the moment. I am keen to find some natural remedies for this, the main two being the hot flashes and the not being able to sleep at night. So I'm going to get on the internet and maybe go into the health shop and do a search. But if you are somebody of that age who's going through this or been through that and have got some great suggestions for me, I would love to hear them. The other thing that I'm struggling with is also the lethargy. Now, that's also a really common side effect of menopause. And I did a fatigue diary for my occupational therapist last week. And I know I probably preach this to people, but I've actually firsthand can tell you this is the case. I was less fatigued and tired when I had done exercise than I was when I hadn't. So consider that. You can see why people would get into the downward spiral very easily. Depression and a major trauma incident and feeling lethargic and not doing anything, and then you just go spiraling down and down. So I've got an exercise diary that I write up every week, and writing it down makes me more considerate about what needs to be done. And at the start of this week, hang on a second. Parks department coming past, vacuuming up leaves. So yes, I have started writing down what I intend to do. That makes me more accountable. Now, it seems like a ridiculously simple thing, and I was relatively motivated before. But if I have it written down on my diary every day and I don't do it, then it makes me feel more bad. Now, I don't always stick with exactly what was meant to happen, because today it was a sunny day, and every time it's fine and sunny and not windy, I will take the opportunity to ride outside, because my priorities at the moment are increasing my walking tolerance, increasing my cycling. The swimming's really not that important, and I had swimming down for today, and swimming I can do. It's not an issue. So that's what I've been doing. And I did this last week for the whole 7 days. Started 2 weeks ago, actually. And I have already found that I'm feeling better than I was before. So that's just life, guys. When you're female, you've got all these crappy things to go through that men just don't even consider. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, when it's not the other thing. So if you've got some suggestions for me that have worked for you, I'd love to hear them, because this is all new to me and I'm navigating through another minefield, and I'm going to get on the internet and do some research. So that's my update for today. But I have been for a bike ride. It was sunny. It's now clouded over, but then it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm just going to go for a quick stroll around this beautiful park and then head home and put the heat on. So have a lovely day, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.